Once upon a time, in a land where the sun smiled brightly and the wind whispered secrets through the trees, there was a boy named Shasta. Now, Shasta was no ordinary boy. He had hair like sunshine and eyes that sparkled like stars. But oh, did he have a tough life. He lived in a small village by the sea, where he worked hard every day. One sunny morning, while Shasta was tending to the fields, he heard a voice behind him. "Hey there! Why do you look so glum?" It was Bree, a magnificent horse with a shiny chestnut coat and a mane that flowed like golden silk. "Oh, Bree," Shasta sighed. "I wish I could be free like you." "I want to see the world!" Bree stomped his hooves playfully on the ground. "Why not? Let's have an adventure! I can take you far away from here!" Shasta's eyes widened with excitement. "Really? You would do that for me?" "Of course!" Bree neighed proudly. "But first, we need to escape this place." "Are you ready?" With a heart full of dreams, Shasta climbed onto Bree's back. "Ready as I'll ever be," he cheered. And off they galloped. The wind whooshed past them, making Shasta's laughter dance in the air. They raced through lush green meadows where flowers bloomed in all colors of the rainbow. "Look at those daisies!" Bree snorted playfully as he pranced around them. "They're waving at us!" "Hi, daisies!" Shasta called out, waving his hand. As they traveled further, they reached a dark forest where trees grew tall and proud, their branches twisting like old wizards' beards. "Uh-oh," said Bree nervously, his ears flicking back. "This place looks a bit spooky." "Don't worry, we can do it together," Shasta said bravely. As they ventured deeper into the forest, they heard strange noises, crackling twigs and rustling leaves. Suddenly, out popped a mischievous squirrel. "Well, look who's here! A boy and his horse!" he squeaked with glee. "Hello!" Shasta waved excitedly. "Are you lost? Or are you just looking for trouble?" the squirrel teased with a cheeky grin. "Neither! We're on an adventure!" Bree declared proudly. "An adventure? Count me in!" squeaked the squirrel as he danced around them in circles. Together they continued on their journey, Shasta on Bree's back and the squirrel zipping along beside them. They crossed bubbling brooks and climbed rocky hills. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, came a loud roar. The friends froze in their tracks. "What was that?" asked Shasta, his voice quivering. "Probably just a very hungry lion," Bree whispered cautiously. "Oh no! What do we do?" squeaked the squirrel, his tiny tail twitching with fear. "Let's stay calm," said Shasta, trying to sound brave even though his heart raced like a drum. "We'll think of something." Just then, they spotted a glimmer of golden light through the trees. "Look over there!" shouted Bree excitedly. They rushed towards it and found a beautiful fairy glimmering like starlight. "Hello there," she chimed sweetly. "What brings you to my enchanted forest?" "We're on an adventure!" shouted Shasta with glee. The fairy giggled. "Adventures are wonderful, but watch out for lions. They can be quite grumpy." "Oh no!" cried the squirrel, his eyes wide as saucers. "But I can help," said the fairy with a twinkle in her eye. She waved her wand and sprinkled sparkles everywhere. "Now you all have magical powers. You can talk to animals." With newfound courage and excitement bubbling inside them, they set off again to face whatever awaited them. They soon found themselves standing before the king of beasts, a lion lounging lazily in the sun. But instead of roaring, he looked up at them with sleepy eyes. "Excuse me," Shasta called out bravely, using his new magic voice. "We mean no harm." The lion blinked slowly and smiled lazily. "Oh, really? Then what brings you here?" "We're on an adventure," Bree chimed in happily. "Aren't we all?" chuckled the lion as he stretched his paws out wide. "What would you say to joining me for lunch?" With hearts full of laughter and joy, they shared stories and snacks under the shade of a great tree. The lion telling tales of bravery and friendship while they munched on delicious berries. After their delightful feast, it was time for our heroes to continue their journey homeward. As they trotted back through fields of flowers under the setting sun, Shasta looked at Bree and grinned widely. "That was amazing." "Yes, indeed. But remember," Bree said wisely as he winked at the squirrel who was munching on another berry, "the real magic is not just in adventures, but in friends." And so Shasta learned that adventures are thrilling, but sharing them with friends makes them truly special. When they finally returned home, as the stars began to twinkle in the sky above them, Shasta hugged Bree tightly and whispered softly, "Thank you for believing in me." From that day onward, whenever the wind blew through the trees or when laughter echoed in the fields, it carried tales of friendship and adventure, reminding everyone that magic is everywhere if you dare to seek it. And who knows, perhaps your own adventure awaits just around the corner. The end.